Hey, Lawrence County kindergarten parents, we are so excited to be able to bring you parent packets bi-monthly. Now, in these packets, you're going to find 1, a reading game, 2, a math game. And each of these games are going to be aimed at providing critical skills and critical practice as your children become successful mathematicians and readers. So let me show you what's in our first packet. In our first packet, we have in the math area a fun with numbers counting game. Now, in each packet, you're going to find the goal, you're going to find the materials, and the exact directions for the game. Also, you'll find an extension activity. Once your child's mastered these skills, then move him forward. So, the first one, we've placed in here a mat that says, I can count 2. Now, we've placed numbers 1 through 10. You'll want to cut those out, flip them over, let your child choose one so they come up with the number 2. Tell them it's the number 2 if they do not know. You can talk about the number. You can talk about how to write the number. Then we've also included in here 10 chips. So once they place that number 2 up here, you're going to let them count out 2 chips and place each one in a square. Now, if you'll take a look at this rectangle, this is called a tens frame. I don't know about you, but when I was coming up, we didn't have 10 frames. 10 frames are used in math now as your children understand the concepts of tens and ones and hundreds. So this is called a tens frame. You're going to see it in the next few years. So easy enough. Flip the number, place it here, talk about the number, and then count that many chips, placing them inside a square. If you master that, go ahead, do it up to 20. Now, for our ELA games, 2 critical skills in reading for kindergartners are to be able to associate the sound and the letter. So the first game addresses that. This is called a fun with letters and sounds. Now, each QR code will take you to a YouTube video where there's a song about our alphabet. This first one will take you to a song that you can use this attached sheet with. Now, the song goes something like this. A's for apple, a. B's for bounce, b. Now, you'll notice there's a motion with each letter sound. There's a picture with each letter. So if your children are unfamiliar with their letters, take just a few at a time. Talk about the letters. Talk to them about how to write the letters. Talk to them about the sound that they already make that matches that letter. So that's one of the first critical skills that we need to know. Another one is to be able to pull sounds apart in words. Now, what we've put in our game for this time in the ELA is called a first Sound Fluency game. In it, you're going to see a few letters. You're going to cut those out, put them as your headers, and then you're going to cut these pictures out and put them upside down. Let your child choose one. For example, if he chose the word can, I say can, let my child say can, and then ask him to pull that first sound off, which would be k. If he can pull that first sound off, k, what letter makes that sound? If he can't do it quite yet, help him. Put it underneath the C. Now, pulling sounds apart is critical as your students learn to write words and learn to blend words. So this is a very important skill. Once they've mastered the ability to pull that first sound off and match it to the letter, let them pull the last sound off. Then work to where they can pull the first sound, last sound, and middle sound. And when they can do that, they are on their way. So, be patient with your children. Every child is in a different place. What we want to do is work with you to help your child develop those readiness skills for reading and math. Thank you for partnering with Lawrence County Schools, and I'll see you next time.